So, something that never really gets explained in the video was my oldest son, Maverick, came home from the hospital. He spent several weeks in the ICU, and he was doing a lot better. Got to come home, but our nursing care had dropped off where he had spent so much time in the ICU. So I would stay up until 6 o'clock in the morning, roughly, with my son, and then my wife would get up, and then I would take a nap till about 11, and then I would get up and I would drive 2 hours to Ohio to hunt. And I'd hunt the evening, and then drive home, stay up till 6 o'clock in the morning, and repeat. And I did that for 3 days in a row. And then, got with that buck, crossed paths with him finally, and it all linked up. And that was why I was so emotional after the deer. It was a lot going on. It was hard. Wasn't sleeping, and just down in caffeine. And I just knew if I wanted to tag that deer, the one I was actually after, but I had to be there. So unfortunately, this past weekend, my son did pass away. Was not expecting it, just out of nowhere, and he didn't feel any pain. We got to spend a whole night with him and the whole next morning, and I'm thankful for that. And he ended up passing away in our arms. So this will be the last hunting video that involves my son. And the video, I edited it twice already, and something had happened to it both times, and now I'm thankful that it did, because now I get to add this in there. So this will be the last hunting video that involves my my boy. So yeah.
Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight.
Yeah, I said it, we are. This is Rock Nation. Pledge your allegiance.
We gonna run this town.
Your truck is a mess, sir.
Huh?
Your truck is a mess.
Sorry.
Shout out to Bo Buddy. What's the plan?
Do we ever have a fucking plan?
There is zero plan. So there's kind of a plan. We're gonna go
That way.
on that mountain, and we're gonna find something that looks cool, and then be like, this is the spot. And then we're just gonna hunt it. Yeah, we don't know. Never been here before.
Oh, I have.
You've been here.
Yeah, the same exact spot.
Hopefully somebody don't steal your sticks.
Charge. What motherfucker?
It's a little buck. my God, there he is. Oh my God, I walked right up on him. Yeah, what a body. November 10th, and it is absolutely dumping the snow. It is 30 degrees right now, and it's just going to keep dropping down to like 22 or something crazy. And yesterday evening, I tried to go hunt a big deer that I found in West Virginia, but the wind was absolutely asinine. I did, however, get to hang a hang on and everything in there, and I don't think I boogered up the place at all. And the wind gusts were like 26 miles an hour, and a tree fell beside of me, and I was like, screw this, I'm going home. So I decided today, with the wind gust going to be worse than it was yesterday, that I would go to Ohio and get down in this creek bottom and get my blind and hang out. And I mean, just look at this. Don't know how well you can see that, but it is dumping the snow. And yeah, we're gonna get down in here. I hope we're on our feet. I mean, let's go. It is peak rut, coldest day of the year so far. It's snowing, and I love to bow hunt in the snow. There's something very, I don't know, awesome about it. But yeah, let me slide down in here real quick. Let's go, baby. Well, I'm about to head in, set my saddle up on a bench, and hope for the best. But I'm gonna go over kind of like what my go-to setup is. I mean, it is absolutely dumping snow right now. Everything's just getting covered. All right, look at this. So here is my trophy line Nimbus. So I got my lineman and my tether in that pouch. I got my gear strap and my hooks in that one. Retractable bow hoist. These are Latitude Carbon Series sticks. They weigh like nothing. They feel like they're plastic. Trophy Line Summit backpack for anyone that's packing a lot of shit. Grit Series tethered platform. Weighs a little bit more, a little more dense, but I got size 12 boots and they fit pretty comfortable on there, so it's pretty nice. The old rig, RX-8, running the Redline RL1, and then got my little foam mount, warhead arrows sitting around 530 grains with the old Rec HXPs, some bad lads. So that's pretty much how she looks, just thrown together. Right, and then these open up and separate from the actual aluminum frame, and you can pack out your deer if you need to, but like it ain't going nowhere. It doesn't weigh a whole lot, so pitter patter, baby. Neverland. Neverland. That's awesome. That Joker's right there. Oh, god damn it.
Turning a little bit that toward us. Or such a bad thing. You look at them.
Leads up to either a big time food plot or a cut corn. Okay. Or maybe standing. November 30th. Tomorrow is opening day of gun season in Ohio. So I'm getting one last sit in. I was gonna go take the saddle and bump up on a ridge, but the wind's just switching too much. It's just not worth it, so I just bumped back down here and got my blind. But tomorrow morning, when the thermals are rising, I'm probably going to get up in there with the old 350 Legend sign. So, didn't get the gun hunt West Virginia, which was a good thing because I was tagged out. But I got to take my daughter, and both my daughters actually, my oldest actually killed the biggest buck of her life. And then my youngest shot her first deer. Unfortunately, it was she just clipped the belly, so it wasn't a real bad wound, so that's good. But maybe just need to spend some more time at the target range or something, and get her on something late season. But we're out here, son. Temperatures are starting to drop like crazy. Big storm rolling in. Let's start getting some snow. I love it. I love it. I freaking hope it snows a foot. I want it to be absolutely miserable. I don't know why, but I do. But let's shut up. Have a target buck in here Thanksgiving morning and evening, so maybe he'll loop back around. I don't know. But pitter patter, baby. Here we are, boys. December 2nd. Second day of the Ohio gun season. I have grinded my butt off in Ohio this year. And, yeah, I've been playing it safe on this piece of private. Me and my buddy Brian went out to public yesterday, walked like 10.2 miles and never even seen a buck. So I slipped in here this evening and put my saddle up. I've never gun hunted out of a saddle, but this is like the coolest thing ever. Yeah. So I just hope big boy comes slipping through this evening. I hope my shooter was in here Sunday night, into Monday morning before daylight, and he didn't come back last night. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but I only got one working camera on this property, and I need to change that. But we're all set up. We made a move. Now I just need to shut up and pray, I guess. Pitter patter, baby.
Everywhere. So how do you hunt that, do you think? I mean,
All right, so this is what has happened. I'm back at the truck. I got a new phone last night, and I didn't have the painted arrow sticker mount thing for the back of it for me to film, you know. And I'm gun hunting, so I don't have the mount for my bow either on a gun. And I come in, see, I have 4 does come in, they bed down or whatever, and then my wind shifts, and I watched them for, you know, a good 2 hours or whatever, and they ran off. And then right at 5 o'clock, I'm sitting there looking at the thicket behind me in my saddle. And anyone that knows, you know, a lot about a saddle, you kind of like get kind of goofy looking behind you. And I just swing back around, and there's a spike standing there at 60 yards staring at me. And I'm like, oh, shoot, that's cool. And then I see a glimpse of something in the background, but then I was like, oh, whatever. So I pulled my binos up real slow because the spike's looking at me. And I look at the spike, and just kind of like looking at me, but can't really tell where I'm at. And then I see that movement again. I look up, and it's the biggest buck that on the property. And it's the first time I've seen him. I've never had a daylight picture of him, nothing. I just literally took my saddle, bounced out, and yesterday evening left my whole setup, and then just walked right back in there this evening. And it's crazy that he showed up. And then, of course, as always, you know, you got your thermals pulling down the hill, the wind's in your favor. And then all of a sudden, a huge gust of wind out of nowhere, never fails, blows right against my back, straight into his face, and he pivots. And all I can see is about from here over and part of his front shoulder, and I'm not going to take that shot. So he turns broadside and starts walking up the hill at a 45-degree angle because he is now no longer likes what's going on, and he definitely smelled me or something, and he was ready to get out of there. And I had a little window about yay big. I was about to shoot through, and I was like, stop. What are you doing? It's one of the biggest deer of your life. Scratch that. Wait. Give him a minute. He's going to walk through another opening. Just wait a second. And he comes into another opening that's about a foot wide. And I'm leaning way around the tree. I didn't use the rest like an idiot because, you know, in the moment. And my brain died and my heart was pounding. And as soon as he stepped in there, I just put it mid-body-ish, and I ended up absolutely punching the trigger. I know I did. Immediately said, what did I just do? Thought I missed. Called my wife. Literally about to cry. And, yeah. Went up there, got on the track. There's snow on the ground. No blood. I was like, man, I missed. Can't believe I've sat out here for like 32 days this year. Like 12, 13 all-day sits. You know, almost 2 hour drive one way. I've just been pounding it out here. And, yeah, well, I loop around and there's blood absolutely everywhere at the impact site. I was tracking the spike, not the big one. And, I didn't go track him yet. It's been about an hour. I had tore down my saddle, brought all my gear back to the truck, dressing down a little bit so I can walk in there. And I'm going to go see if I can find this big guy. It'd be, it's up there. It might not beat my 12 point from Ohio. Doesn't matter. I don't really care, but he's definitely one of the biggest deer I've ever shot in my freaking life, and probably the biggest 8 point I'll ever kill in my life. So I just didn't want to bump him, you know, in the event, because I know I punched that trigger. Could have been high, could have been back, could have been something. But there's an awful lot of blood, and it was spraying. So I'm going to head back up there and see what I can find. I had a little meltdown there. It just seems like life is be kicking me in my wife's butt sometimes. Oh, thank you, Lord. You can say I'm a sissy all you want because I cry, but God bless. It's one of the biggest deer of my life, man. I worked hard for it. I was doubting the shot really bad, but it was great. He didn't go 100 yards. Oh, thank you, Lord. Now the fun starts. I gotta get this big joker out of here, and I ain't got no help. Oh, look at this. No way.